Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today is dyno time. Several months ago I dynoed the Magnat Classic 360, which was a nice entry-level amplifier in mid-90s. This time I have the Magnat Classic 1000 and the ratings were 2 times 335 watts. The amplifier showed some allergic reaction if I connect it to a 2 ohms mono load. This amp goes into protection even with a 1 millisecond test signal. Thanks to all subscribers, to all commenters and everybody who ever supported my channel, and special thanks to all the guys who sent amplifiers. So here you have the RCA inputs, you have a low pass filter which is adjustable from 40 to 300 Hz. You have the power LED and the protect LED, low pass filter switch on off. You have a fixed bass boost. The amplifier features 3 fuses with 30 amps each. You will see in the test that we meet almost the 90 amps power consumption of the amplifier. Let's have a look at the dyno test.
The amplifier is connected to the dummy load and I start with continuous power test. 1 kHz continuous power test, both channels driven into full power with a 8 ohm mono load. Clipping. It says maximum 88 volts. I go to the top of the waveform and we are at 88 volts. With 88 volts the amplifier delivers 248 watts into a form load per channel, both channels driven into full power. Let's have a look at the amplifier's efficiency. The amplifier pulls 55.1 amp. I calculated an efficiency of around 65.6%. Continuous power test with 50 Hz input signal. Oops. Screenshot. It says maximum voltage 84.8 volts. I check. Yes, we can take 84.8 volts. With a 50 Hz input signal, the amplifier delivers 230.5 watts into a form load per channel, both channels driven into full power. Dynamic power test with 20 cycles. Let's check if there is dynamic headroom. So all cycles are the same voltage level. We still have 88 volts. I check the first cycles. And we are here at 88 volts. I go to the last cycle. Also 88 volts, so there's no dynamic headroom with 20 cycles. Dynamic power test with 8 cycles. 91.2, 89. We check the first cycles. We have 89.6 at the first cycle. And the last cycle. Take a single shot. Also 89.6 volts. With 8 cycles the amplifier delivers around 257 watts into a form load per channel, both channels driven into full power. Dynamic power with just 1 cycle, that means power for 1 millisecond. Let's have a look if we get higher output voltage, and we do. We have around 100 volts of output voltage. We have 99.2 volts. For just 1 millisecond, the amplifier delivers 315.5 watts into a form load per channel, both channels driven into full power. Now let's switch to 2 ohms per channel. That means I'm going to connect a 4 ohm mono load to the amplifier. Continuous power test with 1 kHz. It says maximum voltage 72 volts. The amplifier delivers 332.4 watts into a 2 ohm load per channel, all channels driven into full power. And now let's have a look at the efficiency of the amplifier at 2 ohms per channel. Wow, 89 amps, 88.9 amps, 88.8. Let's stop this and let's say 88.8 amps. I calculated an efficiency of 54.6%. Let's have a look at the output power with 50 Hz, continuous power test, 50 Hz input signal. Oops. It says 70.4 volts maximum voltage. Try to confirm this. Yes, 70.4 volts with 50 Hz. The amplifier delivers 317.8 watts into a 2 ohm load per channel, all channels driven into full power. Dynamic power test with 20 cycles and 1 kHz. Taking a screenshot. We have all cycles at the same voltage level. We have a peak voltage of 75.2 volts. And I go to the last cycle. And we have 73.6 volts. With 20 cycles, the amplifier delivers a dynamic power of 347 to 362.6 watts into a 2 ohm load per channel, both channels driven into full power. Dynamic power test with 8 cycles. So I go and check out the first and last cycle. I go first to the last cycle. And we have a peak voltage of 78.4 volts. And the first cycles are also 78.4 volts. With 8 cycles, the amplifier delivers 394 watts into a 2 ohm load per channel, both channels driven into full power. All cycles at the same voltage level. Dynamic power test, 1 kHz, 1 cycle. Maximum output power, RMS output power for just 1 millisecond. And we get a higher output voltage. It says 92.8. I can confirm that. 92.8 volts. The amplifier delivers 552 watts into a 2 ohm load per channel, both channels driven into full power. Just for fun, I'm doing a 2 ohms mono test, and let's have a look what the amplifier can put out. But I'm careful, this amp is not able like the Rockford Fastgate old school amplifiers to handle 2 ohms mono loads. So I start with just 1 cycle. That's very careful. This will not hurt any amp. Let's have a look. So we have 1 cycle. Amp is not in protection. Oh. And now the amplifier is in protection. I reduce the input signal and reset the amplifier. And amplifier is also in protection. It doesn't like 2 ohm mono loads. But let's have a look at the signal voltage here. Let's say 80 volts and amplifier is off. So the amplifier is able to deliver 80 volts and goes into protection. And just for fun, I calculate this value with a 1 ohm load per channel. In this case, with 80 volts, the amplifier delivers 800 watts per channel into a 1 ohm load for just 1 millisecond. And after this, the amplifier is going into protection. So this is just for fun. The amplifier doesn't like 1 ohm per channel like different amplifiers I tested in the past.
Thanks to all subscribers, to all commenters and everybody who ever supported my channel, and special thanks to all the guys who sent amplifiers. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time for another ampdyno video. Bye bye.